Hello, I'm John Hartledge. Welcome to Let's Chat Wine. You know, as challenging as year 2020 has been for all of us, Thanksgiving 2020 marked a milestone. One full year of fun and informative wine chat videos brought to you by our amazing production team. Thank you to them, and thank you for watching. We decided to put together a little compilation of some of the more memorable moments from this year's wine chats. Please enjoy bloopers, silly bits, and wine tips. Cheers. So at the time of this filming, we're in the midst of the novel coronavirus outbreak, if you will, and we're trying to slow it down. Everybody's locked inside the house, so I thought, let's think inside the box. Box wine, name by varietal, $18, the equivalent of 4 bottles of wine. Hey, can't go anywhere. What are you going to do? Spring's almost here. We're going to go out on the deck. We want a Sauvignon Blanc. Let's chat wine.
Pinot Noir, always such a prize. Russian River love.
Oh, yeah. Right. I wasn't ready. Comes with royal jelly.
It makes normal little baby worker grubs turn into big queens.
The royal jelly does?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's teaching me about insects. I put my wine on the palate, just chew a little bit. I don't know if you hear this a lot, but it's a phrase that I like to use, chew the wine. And by chew the wine, I don't mean munch down or go crazy. I mean very slowly savor the wine. Keep it on your palate for a little bit before you swallow it. And then once you swallow it, maybe it's the first taste and you're around it and you don't have to be so formal. Squeegee the tongue with the teeth. It really just pulls that extra bit out of the tongue and also forces the wine down into all of your taste buds. But chewing the wine really does give you a chance to get a feel for it. It warms it up a little bit so you get more aromatics. Cut away one more time. Very common in Germany is the slate content of the soil. Now, Germany's cold. How do you grow grapes there? Well, part of the reason is the slate in the soil, two functions. One, takes the sunlight that's down and heats the vineyard, the vines from underneath. It's amazing. So you've actually heated that during the daytime and then, of course, cools way down. So grapes love a warmer temperature during the day and then a lighter temperature at night. So the slate in the soil has a lot to do with this. Second function, that slate does not allow the soil to hold on to a lot of that water which is supplied by that Moselle or that Rhine River. So that you get good drainage, that means you stress the vines. Once again, as we've talked about before, if you can stress that grape and you make those the roots work for their water, you end up with better fruit. I hold the wings. Oh, that looks like a man, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. All right. I lose myself. Sylvaner and Riesling and ice wine. Yes! I can't wait. I can't wait. I know my producer with her sweet tooth is really looking forward to that cork going off. This is IGT, which is Indicazione Geografica Tipica. Sounds like a mouthful, but IGT was a rating that they actually started in Italy in order to allow wine growers to use different grapes than were traditional from their area, but also to just be classified because some of the wines are really good. First, it rolls off the tongue, Cabernet and Christmas. Now, I've spoken about that. I haven't really explained. Nucleation is a physics term that basically is an imperfection, whether in the liquid or in the glass, that allows the carbon dioxide to shoot out of the liquid. So it's really cool. It sounds like like this crazy term, but it's fun to use. It's fun when physics intersects with wine service or beverage specialties. Nucleation point. So we've given it a point that allows it to keep bubbling. Picking is all about ripeness. And the later you wait to pick the grape, the sweeter that grape is at the time that it's picked. So you end up with a slightly sweeter wine. The first is Cabernet. The next is Spätlese. The next is Auslese. Then there's Beerenauslese. And then you go to ice wine. When the grapes tend to freeze on the vine, and you can actually make a wine out of those frozen grapes. It's amazing. It's a very famous dessert wine. I'm sure you've heard of ice wine. Any of my diction, any of my phonetics, any of my language, please, put it in the comments. And then subscribe, and then you can hear all my other mistakes in the future. Oh my. Oh, I've seen it done. I have never done it, and I am absolutely astounded that that cork just came out intact. It's awesome. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. I don't want to say garnet knows, but when you're talking wine flavors, just say garnet. Wait, garnet isn't. Garnet's a stone. So sometimes you mix color and aromatic, and all the senses start to go together. But it's kind of for me, it's kind of the magic that's wine. It makes wine more than just a beverage. It's artistic in it, and sometimes there's. And usually I save this for talking about a French wine, but it's just that expression, that je ne sais quoi. It's the I don't know what. You don't always have the right words, but I think that's the beauty of it. So perfect. It's turning. It's twisting. It is out of there. I know, John. Shut up and pour the wine. Who let the happy dogs out? Oh. It's just, we should probably do that again.
I swallowed this one. It went down accidentally. Layers, a lot of layers, and I always feel when a wine offers so many layers, so many nuances, that's always a quality sign. You always can tell this is...
It just doesn't disappear.
Right.
Now, some wines, we want to disappear. You know, you want to clean the... Bernoulli's principle, coming at you. You cannot have the name Burgundy on the label unless if it's red, it's Pinot Noir. Burgundy, if it's white, Chardonnay. That's it. So very, very important distinction there. Probably lead the other person who you've invited to this dinner, particularly if the dinner, you've put this on like in a private space. You may not get to the bottom of that glass before, you know, something Valentine's-y really gets going. Ha, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Hello, is it you I'm looking for?
Yeah, creds to Lionel Richie. So it says, push in here. Thank goodness they put the little translation on there. So I'm gonna, oh, that was much easier than I thought. I like wound up and like, boop. And this wine, it's all about time in the bottle. If I could put time in a bottle. Let's keep swimming, just keep swimming, so just keep spinning, just keep spinning. Unctuous, dense, goes on for days. Pretty terrible. There's no fruit. It's, yeah. You know what? I'll clean the white walls on the tires with that puppy. Escarole, beans. Just think of it, every Jersey and New York Italian's favorite little 11 o'clock snack before bed. Big thing of garlic bread and escarole and beans. Ice, ice, baby. I know I already sang it, but you know what? It's just something catchy because we're talking about ice. E-I-S in German. We are talking ice. And then you put the door back on. Oh my golly, don't let anything out the barn door. Whew! Aging before you serve it. Okay. Really nice, very easy on the palate. And let's see, yeah. I missed, so I'm definitely not putting that back in there. That's the chiller. What I don't want is a corky smell. Frozen. But I promise I will not do anything related to let it, you know, go somewhere. Not gonna do that. La vie en rose. Let me double check my notes. Il me dit des mots d'amour. Speak to me words of love. Red, it's blood, it's the heart, it's the fervent desire for another's company. Looking at the store was like, oh my golly, where am I gonna start? I wanna find a reason. Okay, let's just stay focused. But it's hard when you go into a store. There's so many things to choose from. What's called a blood moon. And it was a total lunar eclipse. Okay, help me. The Earth positions itself between the sun and the moon, blocking out all the light that usually comes from the sun, giving you a moon. Nothing. But it tends to be kind of this reddish kind of thing, so they call it a blood moon. But that was just a really amazing thing that happened to happen and happened to occur. Our producer, Jean-Claude Boisset.
And first of all, I know, when I see Jean-Claude, I think of a human split Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ouch. Traditionally, that's what a decant was for. For an older wine, you decant and you almost like pining for, or panning for gold. Pining. I love gold. I want gold. No, panning for gold. Je ne sais quoi. And here comes Bernoulli's principle. Here we go. I never get tired of that sound. Flamenco. Da 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 dee da 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 da. Let's chat wine. There's a lot of crud on this. Oh my gosh. Crud check. Crud check. Ho ho. Okay. This is likely gonna be past its time. Cheers. Kind of masks the tannin, kind of fills it in, and all of a sudden you get this explosion. Well, I love when physics intersects wine tasting. It's like science and art just coming together. Oh, it's amazing. Hommage to Saurage de Culinarage. Great culinary. Really gives you a full, big body, big roast, big tannin. You want those grapes to really ripen because the nose, when you got a nose like that, and wait a minute. Yeah, Louis' principle. Love that song. I gotta do it again. Wait. Why does that make me giggle? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just one of those. I'm a little silly wine guy. What can I say? What can I say?